As someone who's been a YouTube consumer for the last 15 plus years to creator on this platform for the last 9, I've kind of seen all the evolutions and changes of YouTube, and from the ad apocalypse to the ups and downs, I've been there. And today it kind of makes me sad that the whole subscriber model that this platform was kind of built off doesn't really have much meaning or point anymore. And it kind of makes me wonder, is this the death of the subscriber? Friend, welcome back to another daily vlog. So today I want to discuss this topic and idea that's kind of come to my head over the last few weeks, is the death of the subscriber, and do subscribers actually really mean anything? So I'm just going to be sharing my personal experiences and thoughts. If you have any different ones, please drop them down in the comments. I always love hearing others' perspectives on this, but as someone right now that has 11,725 subscribers on my personal channel, which I work so hard on building, it is very discouraging when my videos get pushed to 2,000 to 3,000 people. And the way YouTube works, out of those 2,000 to 3,000 people, maybe half of them are new viewers, which I'm grateful for that YouTube does push you to new audiences. But to be honest, I would rather get pushed to the people who actually subscribe to my channel. Now, since the beginning of my channel about 9 years ago, I've always made vlog style content and documenting my life. And that's how I got those subscribers. So everyone who's subscribed to my channel has some kind of interest or desire in vlogging. So it's not like I grew this audience and then completely switched up. Like, this audience is the audience that will consume vlogs and my style of content. So it is very discouraging when I only get pushed to, say, 1/10 of my audience that I work so hard on building. And you know, there is pros and cons to this. It does level the playing field. So if you're an early or beginning creator, then yeah, you have opportunities to get pushed. And if you're a big creator, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. You're gonna get pushed and hit your audience anyways. But I think it really does affect maybe the mid-level creators like myself. And when I really came to notice this was a couple weeks ago on the YouTube app, when I clicked on a video and then it didn't show the channel's subscriber count. You actually have to click on the page and go to their channel to see how many subscribers they have. To me, that's kind of just validating the fact that YouTube doesn't really care or put much effort into subscribers anymore, which is kind of sad because that's what YouTube was built off, in my opinion. You know, like and subscribe, like everyone knows that saying, because that's what YouTube was, and the core of YouTube was building your subscriber count. And if you subscribe to a channel, you would see their content. But now that's not really the case, and you're kind of just as good as your last video. It kind of worries me that maybe in the future subscribers will completely be gone and that number will be completely eliminated. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of just sad. You know, I miss the old YouTube in a sense, and I know times always change, you have to evolve and this, that, but I don't feel like getting rid of subscribers and the pull subscribers has is a good move. And I really wish that YouTube would put more emphasis on pushing your content to people who took the time to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but this is something that I've just been kind of thinking about over the last couple weeks, and especially like my recent videos have been getting pushed to such a small fraction of my audience. It's been discouraging, sad, and I kind of missed old YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. And one thing I also want to mention, I'm never the type of person to blame the algorithm for my lack of views. I know I can always do better in titles, thumbnails, and my overall packaging. So I am to blame in some sense, but it is still discouraging that I don't get pushed to like a fraction of my audience, which I find a little unfair in a sense. And I wish that the whole subscriber did actually have some meaning. You could subscribe to a channel and YouTube will never potentially show you their video again. You just get kind of lost in the void. So I just wish that subscribers had a little more meaning and use. But don't get me wrong, I still know I can improve on my packaging and certain aspects on YouTube, which would allow me to reach a bigger audience. All right, guys, little change in topics and plans, but as you guys know, ever since I went to the Great Smoky Mountains, I've been kind of itching to get a zoom lens. So I found a Tamron 70 to 300 online for about 300 bucks. So I'm gonna go check that out. Now, my only issue is I do not have winter tires on my van. Now, the main roads should be nice and clear, but this might be a little bit of a sketchy drive. Hopefully make it there in one piece. Alright guys, well that's one thing Canada knows how to do, is take care of the snow on the road. That was a breeze, just cruised in the right lane the whole time. Everything was plowed and it's always on point, and it was a nice, easy, safe drive. But here it is guys, the Tamron 70 to 300. Now this lens is nothing fancy by any means, it's just a regular old zoom lens, but I just really wanted to have one in the arsenal. As you guys know, I mainly make vlogs, so like 90% of the time my 16-35 is going to be on my camera, but for those select few times when I do need a zoom lens, I now have one, and I'm super grateful for that. And like I said in the last vlog, I do want to start making some more documentary and short films, probably like more nature kind of docu-series kind of thing. So just having this lens definitely helps a lot now, and I could zoom in quite a bit, so I'm stoked to give this a try and test it all out. For the most part, it's going to be all locked off tripod shots, but yeah, now I need to make my way home. It's almost 4 p.m, so I want to get moving before traffic comes. So let's make it home and then we'll go test out this lens a little. Ooh, all right guys, made it back home safely, lens secured. I'm stoked. But yeah, just to finally touch on the topic of the death of the subscriber, just some final points I wanted to make. As you guys know, I do this and show up day after day because I love the game. I love the process more than the results, and honestly I don't really care about vanity metrics and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the fact that I don't even reach my audience who chose to subscribe to my channel is a little frustrating. And as someone who's currently making daily vlogs, like I mentioned before, yes, I can improve on my title and thumbnail game, but at the same time, since I'm making daily episodes, there is no time really to make some banger thumbnails and titles. Like, it's just not feasible. So I just wish that at least my videos will get pushed to the people who chose to subscribe to my channel. But with that being said guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think this is the death of the subscriber? Because I kind of think it is. But with that being said, let's test out this lens. Now it's still kind of raining and snowing, so I'm not going to leave the house. We'll do a full test of this lens in tomorrow's vlog, but for now I'm just going to film a little sequence here in my room and see what it's capable of. Well, I am more than satisfied with this purchase. This was a great budget option for me to get a zoom lens, and probably the cheapest zoom lens I was able to possibly get. Like, there's no way I was finding anything cheaper, and yeah, I'm very, very satisfied. Just even here in my room, like if you've been a subscriber here for a while, you'll know this type of shots I get in here are usually the same, but now since I have that, I have a little more versatility. I can zoom out my window more, get different style shots, and this is definitely gonna switch up my creative process quite a bit. And now since it's a 70 to 300, you can't really do too much handheld shots at that range. I do have dynamic active stabilization on this camera. If I shot 4K 120, I could probably still get a little butter, but for the most part it's going to be locked off tripod shots. But very, very happy with this purchase. I can't wait to test it, and that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. So be sure to tune in to tomorrow's vlog. We'll take that out into the field, see what it's truly capable of. But this is the point where I'm going to wrap this one up. So like usual, if you made it to the end, I truly do appreciate you and your support. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. EST.